I feel paralyzed.
Yo, what is up people? My name is Bernie and today we are going to be jumping into the third story time in the series so far. If you guys haven't seen the previous two, make sure to check them out. They'll be linked down below in the description. They're in a story time playlist and they're both pretty fun. We've spoken about some pretty cool things, so make sure to go and check them out. But something we're going to be talking about today is perception. How you perceive something, how you think it may be, but it's actually completely different to what you think it is. And that's something that happens a lot to us, like you immediately judge things before you actually know what they are. But there's a lot of things where you can hear things or see things and you think they're completely different to what they actually are. So the story I've got today for you guys is just quite a small funny one. I actually live in like a shared hall. I'm at university, so I live in a big shared hall, and that means places are always buzzing. You know, everyone's always awake. You can come back at 4 o'clock in the night time, 4 a.m, and people are still running around. You know, it's just busy, always buzzing. But that's a good thing, and I quite like it, and it's good fun to live here and have a laugh with a load of friends. But obviously, sometimes there are other things going on, like loads of people shouting outside. I actually live on the ground floor, but I'm not really that fussed about it. I love the buzz. I love everyone being happy and everyone having a laugh. So I don't mind people coming back at night time shouting. But one really weird thing actually happened the other day, and that was I was just sitting in my room. I'd actually just got back from some food with some mates, and I just sat down in my room, sat on my computer. I was about to start editing a video, and then I started hearing like loads of bangs outside, like really, really loud. And I'm talking, these weren't like firework bangs, even louder. It was insane. Didn't look out of my curtain immediately because this thing just kept like banging up. I was a little bit confused what it was, so I went out of my room, went to knock on the guy who lives next to me, ask him what it was. He wasn't in there. Then I walked down the corridor. No one else was in, so I was in a completely quiet corridor. And for a minute, I was really like, I'm not usually worried about things. For a minute, I was really, really confused and scared. I thought they may have been gunshots. I was really confused, and especially with on a more serious note, all of the terrorism stuff going on at the moment, it's a little bit scary when you hear things that may be gunshots, and you know, you react in a certain way because your mind perceives that, and that's exactly what I'm trying to talk about, in the way that your mind thinks something completely different to what something may actually be. So I walked down my corridor back to my room, and this thing was still going. It was going really loud, banging loads of times, and really, really loud sound. I was still really confused, and for a couple of minutes I was like, okay, well I'll just sit here, like wait, see if anything happens, see if it stops. And then I thought, you know what? Why not? I'm gonna have a little look out my window. So I opened my curtain, and lo and behold, what I saw was not a man with a gun, which my mind thought it was going to be. That would have been quite scary, but it wasn't a guy with a gun. It was actually something you guys would never have thought it would be. It was a guy standing outside with a whip. No word of a lie, this guy was just standing out there with this huge, really long whip, like spiraling around and just cracking it in the air. Like literally, I've never seen anyone do this before. He just had a huge whip, and there were other people like outside watching him do it, and he was like spinning around and cracking it. It was making it was just so loud, because you know it actually breaks the speed of sound, so it just cracks, and that's what a crack is with a whip. If you guys don't know that, that's like a little fact for you. When a whip cracks, it's actually because the end of it is breaking the speed of sound. So this like thing just kept going on, and it was actually quite funny just to see someone there outside my room just like spinning around with a whip, and I've never seen anything like that before. If you guys have, make sure to let me know, but that's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, and especially outside your university hall room, a really, really strange thing. But yeah, there we go. That just goes to show your mind can think something completely different to what it actually is. I thought it may have been a guy with a gun. Turns out just to be some guy running around with a whip having a laugh, which sounds really funny, and I've never actually seen anyone with a whip. But you know, something new for you there. But let me know if you've had any of these situations, things where you've been scared, but it's not actually what your mind thinks it is, and when you actually see it, it's completely different to how you've perceived it in your head. But there we go, guys. That is going to be the end to the third story time in the series so far. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for loads more Black Ops 3, Minecraft, and story time, different things like that. And make sure to follow me on Twitter if you haven't done so already. I do a bit of live streaming, so it's always good to follow me on there to make sure you're up to date with the latest live streams and you can jump in on those. But thanks for watching, people, and I'll see you in the next one.